Good morning. So I'm still on Simplifying Rational Expressions 1b, and I'm going to move on to the second page. So hopefully you've already watched the videos for number 1 and number 7, which have been posted already. If I look down at 9, 10, 11, and 12, there's nothing to factor there. But if I go down to 13 and 14, there's some stuff I can do. On 14, we can see hopefully that 3x minus 1s are going to cancel, but we also need to deal with the numbers. The number 13 is actually a little bit more complicated because I can factor 4x plus 2. Let's start with 30 though. 30 is equal to 5 times 6. 6 is equal to 2 times 3. So on the top, my 30 is going to break into 2 times 3 times 5. And again, 2 times 3 times 5 makes 30. That's why we can make that change. I can also break this down though, the 4x, which is going to be, let me give myself a little bit more room here. The 4x becomes 4 times x, and then that 4 becomes 2 times 2. 2 obviously doesn't break down at all. So when I factor 4x plus 2, I see that they have a 2 in common, and that's it. So that is an additional 2 on the outside. When I look at what's left over, I have a 2 and an x here, so that becomes inside 2x. And then over here, where there's nothing left outside, we're not going to say it's 0, we're going to say it's 1. And the reason that makes sense is even though 2 doesn't have any useful factors, we can always think of a number as itself times 1. So that was a little tricky, and so just to recap again, the 2 times 3 times 5, that comes from the 30, and then this part, the 2 times 2x plus 1, that's this factored. Now on to the bottom. 66 is 6 times 11, I think we all know that, and then 6 is 2 times 3. So on the bottom, 66 is replaced by 2 times 3 times 11. And then now 4x plus 3, it does not factor because 4 and 3 don't have any common factors. So that's just going to stay 4x plus 3. So a lot of factoring in this problem. It probably didn't look this hard when we started. I'm ready to start canceling things though. So what I can cancel here is a pair of 2's and a pair of 3's. And that's it, right? The 5 and the 2 are not going to cancel with the 11. And the binomial 2x plus 1 and binomial 4x plus 3, they don't cancel each other out because they're not identical. So what do I have left over? Well, 5 times 2 on the top is 10. So I have 10 times 2x plus 1. On the bottom, I have 11 times 4x plus 3. I do need the parentheses because I have that number in front, but that is my final answer. Again, that one was a little tricky because I bet a lot of us would have missed the factoring 4x plus 2. All right, hopefully that was okay.